Hey, this is your girl Forever Trina coming back at you with another Married at First Sight review. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. If this is your second, third, fourth, sixth, 10th time visiting, welcome back, fam. I appreciate the love and I appreciate you. Before we get started, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that when I drop a new video, you will be the first to know. All right, let's get into it. All right, so let's get started. So this is season 14, episode 11, entitled Worst Dinner Party Ever. We about to get into that. So this is their 1 month anniversary. So all the couples are doing their little 1 month activities. So let's see what everyone has planned. Jasmine and Michael, y'all. Oh my gosh. Jasmina and Michael made me smile tonight, y'all. I was like, and I teared up. I got emotional. I said, is my cycle coming on or something? Maybe it's allergies. It's allergies because I wasn't crying over them or nothing. That little sweet scene wasn't nothing to me. It was everything. So Jasmine and Michael, the scene with them started out with Michael and his friend coming over to the apartment. And so just basic things. Okay, how's everything going? So he was just talking about how it was a rude awakening. It's not what he expected. And also how Jasmina was purposely not being vulnerable because she didn't feel like he was all in. I don't know how much I agree with that. Like, Jasmina, you was just being mean. I don't know if I agree with that she was not being vulnerable because, I mean, it makes sense. The words make sense. If I look at the words, I am not going to be vulnerable because I don't feel you're all in. That makes sense. Jasmina, if you add Jasmina to the mix, Jasmina was not being vulnerable because she did not feel that Michael was all in. When you add their names to the sentence, that don't make no sense to me. Jasmina, you was just being mean. You was just, I don't think you're attracted to him, and you were treating him that way. You were being that unnamed person that I'm not going to name. You were being her. That's all it is. Because we, as females, and I'm not gonna say everyone, but we'll open up to somebody who we attracted to. We open up to the wrong ones. This man is literally asking you, like, how can I do things better? Like, he is all into this process. He might do things a little wrong, and just needs to be, redirected, which would take a conversation if you guys can talk. But I think I think his intentions are there. So yeah, I can't believe that you weren't being vulnerable just because you didn't think he was all in. He's all into the process. He's just not doing it the way you want him to do it. And so again, that happens. Y'all don't know each other. Talk it through and tell him what you need, and he may get it wrong. Tell him what you need again. He may still get it wrong. Again, it is what it is. But I don't like that excuse. To me, that's a cop out for Jasmina. I don't like it. So next there, I like this comment. He told his friend he was putting forth effort, what he thought was effort. And then he said he needs to start doing what she needs, not what he thinks she needs. I was like, yo, those were some gems being dropped tonight by Michael. I was like, I actually read something that was very similar, and it's almost like with love languages. There's 5 love languages. Knowing what your spouse's love language is. If their love language is not giving and you giving them gifts, but maybe their love language is quality time, but you ain't never spending no time with them, it's not hitting home. So you could do that all day. It was a guy dated like way back in the day, and that boy would buy me everything, and I was just like, Ninja, I don't want this. I can buy my own stuff. What I want is your time. And so that's where our gap was. So it's just like, I like that he was able to articulate that and say, I was doing stuff and I was putting forth effort. Why is this chick not getting it? She's not getting it because that's not her love language. That's not what she's asking for. Find out what they need and do that. So I liked that. I was like, okay, Michael, he's very insightful too. He thinks a lot. He needs to, probably not think as much, because I think he can trip himself up on that. But he definitely has had some, the things he has said, I'm just like, let me write that down for a rainy day, put it in my pocket. Michael, okay with that. I like that. So yeah, that was super. I love that comment. He was just like, oh my God, he is into Jasmina. Jasmina ain't into him though, but he is into Jasmina. He was just like, he feels that Jasmina is going to help him grow. I like your optimism. I like your optimism. We'll leave that there. But Michael is planning something super romantic for their 1 month. And he hopes it connects with her. And if it doesn't, he was just like, I don't know what else, because I'm pulling out all the stops. And he does. I'm like, Michael, I don't even know what. I'm jumping out my skin for you right now. But so they did their 1 month. The first thing I wrote down was, did Jasmina wake up with no bonnet on her head? Sometimes I think these scenes might be staged, because she went to bed with makeup on her face, or at least they was in the bed. And then she woke up with no bonnet. I was like, Jasmina, you already know. Where your bonnet at, girl? So yeah, that was the first thing I had on my list. And then they had their infamous box where they had all the, the stuff from the wedding, like the photos and things like that. So that was really cute. When he walked her out into the living room area, and he had breakfast laid out for her. The presentation was nice. The candles, the fruit, loving everything. I was like, Michael, did your sisters help you with that? Because this looks really, really nice. Because I saw where you lived at in your room. It didn't really look really decorative and everything like that. Didn't have a woman's touch to it. Even though you live with some women. But I was just like, your older sister, the one that I like, she helped you with this. But it was so nice. It was really, really nice. And then Jasmina liked it. All smiles. Jasmina was smiling, y'all. She was smiling. So they were looking at the wedding photos. They were like, crazy how things change from day to day. Because like, change from day 1 to day 30. How things are like almost polar opposites. But married life is so much more than that one day. Like everyone, I won't say everyone, but you plan so much for that one day. One day, y'all. But y'all don't put that much planning into all the other days that follow. That's just how I feel. That one day has to be so perfect, but the rest of your life, you don't put that much energy into that. So we need that absolutely needs to change. But anyway, it's nostalgia, looking at the pictures and seeing how happy you were on that day. And it's nice to be able to, I don't know if it was the person who married us, or maybe I heard it was someone else. They were just like, if they could just package up all that feeling. Actually, I think it was one of the planners. They were just like, if she can package up all that feeling of love and happiness of that one day and like put it into like the marriage long term, it would be great. If you had if those feelings went, from day to day, but life comes, y'all. Bills come, y'all. Babies come, y'all. Sicknesses, parents dying. All life comes at you like, whoa. And so you got to handle that. You got to know how to handle that. But it's nice to look back. But also, if you can put that much forethought into a one-day event, try to put that much forethought into how we going to live together. How we going to pay these bills together. How we going to communicate. That's what Michael and Jasmina, they need to work on. How we going to communicate. But yeah, so I still absolutely love the scenes where they look back at the pictures, because everyone is just like, oh my gosh, we're so cute. But again, we can't stop at the happily ever after. Like we young girls like myself, I'll be watching these romantic comedies and they all end the same. They together, but you don't see the life after. You see the wedding and that's it. You do not see the life after. That's the people, they be getting you on that. You be like, oh, everything's gonna be happy and sweet. It's not. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to say that. I'm not gonna say it's not, but you have to work at it. That's what I want to say. But yeah, so yeah, stop. You can't stop at the, I wrote down, you can't stop at the happily ever after. You better be ready to work forevermore. That's what has to happen. But one thing I did notice in that scene, first I was like, hold up, they writing in journals, but I missed the part where they were looking at their vows and how Michael had mentioned, let's just rewrite our vows in the journal. So that's how he got her to write in that journal, y'all. Michael was real slick with it. All right, I see you, bruh. I see you. So the next scene was dinner. They looked cute. I love the setup. I was like, okay, Michael, you better do that. I was over here cheesing. They over there cheesing. We all over here cheesing. I was just like, you better go ahead, bruh. I was like, all smiles. It was crazy. And Jasmina, she shocked me, y'all. She was smiling. She ain't had no tone. I just had all these warm and fuzzies on the inside. I love the recreation of their wedding day. Like, that was so perfect. I was like, Michael, that was perfect, because it showed, one, he was listening. Because I think they both had mentioned, I know specifically Jasmina has mentioned that, we have not been happy since day one. Like, since our wedding, we have not seen that type of happiness. So he thought to recreate that day of happiness and joy for them. I was like, bruh, that was so sweet. Like, that literally brought tears to my eyes. And these couples don't be bringing tears to my eyes. I don't think no episode has ever done that. Y'all, I think it's allergies. That's the only reason these tears is coming. Because ain't no other way. I've been watching this since season 1. Ain't nobody made me cry. But this time, y'all, I was crying. Even when Michael was crying last week about the deaths that were he is experiencing his family, I didn't cry over that. But I cried over this. Does that say, am I something wrong with me? But anyway, I loved it. So yeah, just feeling warm and fuzzy inside. They recited their vows. I loved how, they kind of recited them for, today. And then I like the part of her vow where she said, I promise to light up your life like the candles you do every night. That was cute. She has a sense of humor. She really does. So she just needs that side of her to come out just a little bit more. And then the cellist, I think that's how you pronounce it. He started playing the cello. They did their first, second dance. I said, hey. And then they took a slice of cake. I was like, this is too cute. But they both kept saying they haven't been happy since their wedding day. So this was just so perfect, y'all. This was so perfect. I am just like, flooded with emotions. I'm gonna be flooded with different emotions when I talk about a different couple. But for right now, let's just stay in this happy place. I love it. But he was saying that he was doing things before out of obligation versus actually wanting to. Jasmina did say, and she said this before, and I don't agree with it. She was just like, the first 4 weeks were a waste. I don't think things are a waste. I think they're learning experiences. There's always something you can take away from it. The first 4 weeks, something happened. Fights happened, miscommunication happened. So I don't feel that it was you've learned. You've grown. There is always something to take away from a situation, whether it's good or bad. You can take something away from it. There's like when I'm at work, sometimes I'm spending time on one task, and then at the end of the task, I'm just like, shoot, it's all wrong. I done wasted 10 hours on this. No, I learned a better way to do it. Or sometimes in doing that deep dive, I learned another skill. So I don't agree with her saying it's a waste. It wasn't a waste. You grew. You either grew personally, hopefully. I don't know, Jasmina, she probably didn't grow too much, but you learn more about yourself. You learn more about the other person. You learn more about what you want and you don't want. So even in bad, like if you get in a bad relationship and it ends terrible, you've learned that was not a waste of time. You learned exactly what you don't want. So yeah, that's just my opinion on that. So I didn't agree with her statement. I was like, Jasmina, nah, you thinking negative is what you doing. But yeah, my nerves was really shot when they sit and talk for a really extended period of time. I'm always like, oh shoot. They about to fight, y'all. They about to fight. She about to say something. She gonna pop off at him. I'm always ready for the pop off. She ain't pop off though. She ain't pop off. Whew, Jasmina she just surprised me this whole episode. I was just like, Michael, you did it. Michael, you gonna need to do this every day. That's the only way to keep this Jasmina. Ain't no another way. But yeah, so I was super nervous about that, but they made it through to a dinner. That was great. So they ended up back at the apartment. They were still smiling. They ate the top layer of their cake. And I felt like, I don't know, I was looking at Michael's eyes, y'all. I was looking at his eyes, and I was just like, you look like you got those I want to kiss you eyes. I just felt like those were his eyes. Like he was just, I don't know, I can't do it. You know, I already got this eye issue going on. So I'll probably look cross-eyed if I try to do it. But it just seemed like he just wanted to lean in and get that little kiss. But Jasmina I don't think she gave him those vibes of you can lean in and kiss me. She was probably like, we had a good night. I smiled the whole night. That's your kiss, boo. So that's what I have for them. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So be back here next week for episode 12. We are getting closer to decision day. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will be back here next week again for another Married at First Sight review. Bye.